Hey guys, this is Thannus, and today we are back in The Legend of Zelda: Link's Awakening. In the last episode, we dealt with, I believe it was the Bottle Grotto, and also got quite a bit of stuff done around the overworld. Today, we're going to be making our way through Ukuku Prairie, and we're going to be basically just dealing with some stuff. So we'll be wandering around here, trying to get some stuff done, basically. Now, what I just activated was a warp point. Basically, these can be used to go between points in the world very quickly. We will be using them more in the future. This here is Dampe's Shack. I think we have introduced this area in a older episode. So we will be ignoring it for now, but there will be an episode focused on it in the future. So keep that in mind. So where we're going to go now, we're going to go ahead and head down towards Ukuku Prairie. And we're going to get to work trying to make some progress on the story, basically. So, going on down here, we just need to find a way to get out of these trees, I guess. We're going to avoid these things because they take a long time to kill, and I don't have that kind of patience for them. So, once we get out of this graveyard, let's just knock these guys out of our way. And now that we're down here, since I went the complicated route, I guess, we're going to head on down here, throw that rock down, and climb on down the ladder. Now, this here is the other warp point that we already had activated, so we're going to just ignore that for now, and we're going to head on this way. I think. Do we have bombs? We do have bombs. So what I am going to do real quick is I'm going to go ahead and put them here. And I'm going to go in here, check out what we have. It is another fairy fountain. So, that being kept in mind, we're going to go ahead and head on out. Now we have another fairy fountain unlocked. That beehive right there can be used in the future, but right now it's pretty much useless to us. Those weird ground claw things, I don't know what they're called, but we're going to ignore them for now. We do not need to focus on them. I do believe I went the wrong way. So heading on back down through here. If the grass is slowing you down, go ahead and cut it. That'll make it a lot faster to walk through. So here is, I believe, the next cave that we will be going through, but right now it's inaccessible to us. So what we need to do is, real quick, we cannot go from that side. So we're going to head on down here, just keep walking through here. And if we go in here, we're going to meet somebody who has a very specific request for us. Hello there. Can I talk? Yeah, there we go.
Hi.
Salutations! You wouldn't know by the look of me, but I used to live in the castle. My servants went berserk, and I was forced to flee my villa. So, you're looking for something, are you? I may have just what you're after. But first, I want you to retrieve the golden leaf I left in the castle when I fled. Smashing. Smashing. Okay, Nigel. To tell you the truth, there are 5 leaves and I want them all. Okay, you'll need to do some digging, so buy a shovel. Are you off then? Good luck. So we already bought our shovel in the last episode, I believe, so we won't need to worry about that for now. But this quest we're doing here for Richard is basically required. So keep that in mind going through here. So, we're going to go ahead and continue walking on this way, and we are going to go ahead and look for Kanalet Castle. Now, this here is not an area we can really access yet, so don't worry about this whole patch of grass, all of these grass fields right here, and that piece of heart. It's not something you can get yet. Anyway, going through here as we continue, we're going to go ahead and keep heading up this way. Just swat the Octoroks out of your way if you can, avoiding all the monsters. If we go up here, you'll see the gate's locked. We can't get in. However, there are still some things we can do around here. If we go ahead and head on down here, we're going to, real quick, find this nice slope here. Going up here, we will find this densely inhabited by these guys. For some reason, their name passes my mind right now. Oh, moblins, sorry. Mostly spear moblins, but there are some sword ones as well. Anyway, continuing on up here, I'm going to go ahead and get rid of both of these guys. Now, I believe both of these trees actually talk. Well, that was a surprise. Hey, I'll tell you a secret. Use your sword to poke at dungeon walls. If you hear a hollow clank, you can break the wall with a bomb. And this tree has... Well, that was a surprise. Hey, I'll tell you a secret. If you see a weird bowl all by itself in the middle of a cave, sprinkle some magic powder into it. It's a pretty good joke on the thing that lives in there. Okay then. I think we've already found that individual once, and he had upgraded our bag as a quote-unquote curse. Anyway, here we just activated another warp point. We're not going to use it just yet. Stop doing that. Also, I believe there's another secret seashell. Yep, here's one. Alright. So keep in mind that that is right there. I believe that's the only secret seashell on this ledge. So actually, let's go in here. This hut is the Seashell Mansion. I am the spirit of the mansion. I have been waiting for someone who can overcome the darkness. Find the secret shells, then ascend the platform. You will receive the ultimate sword. Sounds like you should come back with lots of shells and try standing on the platform. Yeah, we currently have 9 shells. I don't believe that's enough for anything, but we're going to go ahead and give him what we have thus far. As you can see, it filled to the point of at least 1 shell on the meter, and we're going to receive a present. If we walk over and open it, we are going to receive a piece of heart. Bada bing, bada boom. So now, if we continue out, we're going to go ahead and just head on this way. Get rid of the moblins. They're going to try attacking you probably. Now there's not much we can do in this area right now otherwise. So if we go ahead and head up this way, we're going to find this monkey here. Now right now, we have a banana. That's right, this monkey is the next character in the trading sequence. But this is a required part of the trading sequence, so if you have not caught up, I recommend going back, watching the earlier videos, and finding out where you need to catch up. So anyway, we're going to talk to the monkey, and he's going to ask for the bananas. We're going to give the bananas to Kiki the monkey, and Kiki is going to help, or call his fellow monkeys to help repair the bridge. The bridge will allow us to get across and into the garden of Kanalet Castle, which is where we will find all of the leaves that our friend will want. Monkey business done. Bye-bye. Ooh, Kiki. Alright. That all said and done, we now have a stick. This stick can be used later in the trading sequence as well, so keep that in mind. It is not over yet. Now, coming on this way, we're going to be taking a very intense, long, and hard look to find some, basically, a group of leaves. Now, right here, we just found a stairwell of sorts. If we go down into the stairwell, we find ourselves inside this cave here. That's right, there are caves not in the dungeon. So if we just jump across these gaps to avoid falling to our death. Now we can climb inside the castle courtyard. Now there are quite a few leaves inside the courtyard, so just keep an eye out for them. They are in very specific places, so you're not going to be able to find all of them just by digging everywhere. They're not random. So this guy here, he throws bombs at you. Now if you end up defeating him, you will actually receive one of the 5 leaves. So we just need to walk around and keep hitting him, and he should die and drop the leaf. There we are. We have 1 of 5 golden leaves. Alright. Very nice. Now continuing on this way, we have 2 armored guards here. If we take them both out, I believe they actually drop another leaf. Somewhat difficult when they're both ramming their swords at me. Alright, never mind. They do not drop a leaf. Let's go ahead and cut up all this here. I'm going to be 100% honest. I don't know where all of the leaves are. I know they are some inside the castle, so we will have to go in there eventually. However, there are also some that are found within the courtyard itself. Alright, now let's get rid of this guard here. Getting rid of the guards also just makes it easier for us to kind of navigate the courtyard, I guess. Now this crow here is somewhat of a nuisance. We can actually get him off of the tree by throwing a rock at him. Killing him will drop a golden leaf. Bada bing, bada boom. Alright. Now, getting rid of this dark nut here is helpful to a degree. Now that we have the crow done and the whatchamacallit done, we already have defeated the bomb dark nut. So right now, I believe this is all we can do in the courtyard. If these guys would actually stop attacking me and actually be defenseless for a second. I'm trying to explain something. Anyway, we've defeated the bomber and we've defeated the crow, so we're going to actually go ahead and head into the castle now. This door here is not open, but we are going to be able to open it from inside the castle. Now, real quick, we are going to get out our magic powder. We're going to need it. If we move one of these statues out of the way, I believe we can find something. No, that's incorrect. This is not a dungeon, by the way, so don't worry about that. Now, if we use the magic powder on... Nope. He keeps... Yep. Using the magic powder on bubbles will actually turn them into fairies. I'm not sure if I showed that in an earlier episode already, but just in case, there it is. Defeating both of those dark nuts there will give us yet another golden leaf, so go ahead and pick that up. We will have 3 of 5 of them now, which means there are 2 more to find. Now, heading up here, you'll find 2 dark nuts, one of which has a sword, one of which is spear throwing. So if you deal with them both, I don't believe you get anything from these 2, but just keep in mind that dealing with them will make it a lot easier to get through the courtyard anyway. Now this button here, it does not give you any leaves, however it does open the door, which means it will be a lot easier to reach the inside of the castle from now on. So you no longer need to circumnavigate the bridge that Kiki built you. Now heading on over here, there's nothing you can find in this area, however if you go down here, you will find both this guy and 2 bombable walls. If you bomb both of them, in one wall you will find a dark nut. If we can defeat him soon. Dark nuts are a bit more relentless with their attack strategy. I think actually it's just standing still that will stagger them, so keep that in mind. So that dark nut doesn't drop anything. If you put a bomb here, you will actually find another dark nut. However, this one does indeed drop another golden leaf, so go ahead and pick that up. Now, there's one more golden leaf in the castle, so we're going to go ahead and find that just real quick. Heading on over this way, avoiding the electric zappy guy, which is what I'm just calling him. That's not actually what they're called. You can't deal with anything else in this room. So now going out here, this whole area is kind of useless to try and use, so to speak. There's nothing you can do on this roof right now, so we're going to go ahead and head inside this door. Now all of these pots here are breakable. However, you are going to want to save one of them at least. So do not destroy at least one. I'm destroying some because I am short on hearts and I would like to get some more. Now we're going to go over here, we're going to throw the pot at the door, we're going to walk inside. And now this is the ball and chain dark nut. He's going to throw the ball in the chain. You can hit him a few times. He's not that difficult to take out. He's identical to the boss in Link to the Past and Link Between Worlds. So keep that in mind when you're fighting him. And he can hit you when he's throwing the ball and chain at you and when he's bringing it back. So keep that in mind. It might be a wise decision to drop some bombs near him, actually. Which, for some reason, I didn't think of till now. Let's go ahead and pick up that leaf of his. And now we can go ahead and make our quick escape out of the castle. And we're going to go ahead and speak to Richard. Okay. So, I doubt everybody's going to be low on hearts. That's an optional thing. But if you are, just make sure you restore your hearts and see if you can't kind of get a leg up, because you do not want to be low on hearts in this game if you want to get the true ending, because yes, there is a separate ending for whether or not you die at all. If you die, you will not receive the true ending of the game. So you have to have no deaths at all. Anyway, now we're going to head back to Richard's Villa, where we will be able to find Richard himself, and we can give him the leaves. Before we do that, actually, I just remembered there's something we can find. So before I go ahead and activate that whole sequence with Richard, there's one more thing I want to get done in this episode. I almost forgot about it, but I saw the area out of the corner of my eye when I was walking towards Richard's. Alright, so down here, there's another secret seashell you can find. We're going to go ahead and take out these moblins. Ignore the bomb spitter. There is a way to kill them, but it's honestly is not worth the effort at all. We're going to lift up this rock. We find another secret seashell, which is very, very nice. Avoid that guy. Now, if we head up here, we find a nice cave. Avoid these things. They can be a nuisance to some extent. The best option is trying to pull off their skull when they're standing still and throwing it at them. They should be under every skull. Now blow a hole in this door, and you should be able to make your way through here. Jump across this gap and walk up these steps. Now, go ahead and push this rock down here. Push this one down, here. No? Uh-oh. Okay, I know what. Okay. Oh, wait. My bad. You can actually go ahead and walk around here. That's my bad. Go ahead and pick up all of these. And now you have a path out of here. Through here, I should say. So if you walk up here, I believe something up here, I believe you can find a shell up here. I believe it might be at the end, actually. No? Okay. There is no shell in this room. Anyway, go ahead and go through this door. Alright, now we're up here. Now, some of you might have been a bit confused as to how to reach this owl, because sometimes that cave can be confusing. It actually took me a while to figure out how that cave worked, I guess, which is a bit embarrassing because when you think about it, it's actually really simple. We're going to go ahead and activate this owl, and we're going to go ahead and dig up, I believe it is one of the spots around him. No, stop talking to me. Alright. Oh, there it is. Alright. Very nice. Now, we're going to go back into the cave, and we're going to go actually through the exit that we did not go through the last time we were in the cave. So jump down, go into the stairwell, and jump back across here. Make sure you don't fall into the ledge. And now we're going to go ahead and head down here through this exit. Avoid these guys. I honestly don't care enough to kill them. And here we will find ourselves in an area that was blocked off to us without going through the cave. So deal with these guys. Just ignore the bomb guy. Head down here, avoid the electric guys. And we are going to go ahead and loop around, cut all this grass, and a secret seashell is right here. Alright. So, on our way back, we're going to actually we're going to make our way back to Richard's Villa, and then we're going to go ahead and end the episode here. So, once I get back there, I will cut to that. So, real quick, before we, I guess, speak with Richard again and give him the leaves, we're going to actually find Taryn here at the Beehive, and he is the next member of our trading sequence. We're going to give him the stick because he wants to use it to poke the Beehive down. Hilarity ensues. He runs off, and we get the honeycomb. Alright, the honeycomb is our next item in the trading sequence. However, we're not going to cover that part today. Now we're actually just going to put a bomb here next to this skull rock here. And under it, we will find another seashell. This also opens up another path for us to navigate through, so that makes navigation quicker, and it gives us the advantage of another seashell. Alrighty then. So now we have 13 seashells right now. I believe these are just the ones we have not yet donated, not the ones we've collected total. Though I may be incorrect. Well, actually, no, they are the ones we've collected total. I misread the entire tally, I suppose. So now there's one more thing we can get right now, just before we speak to Terran. Alright, our next shell is actually right here. If we dig this plan up, we'll go ahead and find this. This is somewhere near the swamp, so go ahead and keep that in mind. We're actually going to head down here. Our next shell is not far from here. The reason I'm going through collecting some shells is because there's some we've missed and some we could not get without the shovel, which we got in the last episode. So make your way through the swamp here. Just be sure to avoid the piranhas, I guess we can call them. I'm not sure what exactly they're called in lore. Just be sure to avoid them. If we head on through here, we're actually going to eventually find ourselves back near where we started at the beginning of the episode. Now, getting rid of all these rocks here, we should be able to find a shell under this one. There we are. Now there are 2 more shells we can get throughout the episode, so I will see you guys at both of the locations they're available at. Now, one of the shells we're looking for is available right here in the forest, so we're going to go ahead and grab that. Now, we're going to actually go up here through the, kind of against the Tal Tal Heights, not exactly going up into them. We don't need to navigate through them, we do need to go this way. If we actually find this area right here, which I don't believe we have been to yet, we're going to go ahead and find this nice set of rocks down here, which we can actually throw, well, not these specific ones, but if we continue walking this way, we'll find a set of rocks that we can throw bombs into, and some of them will produce seashells. So let's go ahead and switch our shovel with our bombs, get rid of these tektites here, which are a bit of a nuisance to us. Tektites basically are, I believe tektites first originated in the original Zelda game. If you don't have any bombs, these guys right here also help with that. So that was not the hole we wanted to throw the bomb down, but not a big deal. Let's get rid of this tektite here. These likes will also be an issue for us, probably. They will drain our rupees and or hearts. Well, actually, I don't know if likes drain rupees in this game. It's been a while since I've played this. Now, if we blow a bomb up in this hole, it will drop a shell for us. Let's go ahead and pick it up. Look at that, coming in clutch, picking it up as soon as it lands. Alright, we're also going to activate this warp portal here. And with that, we should be about done. Now, there are 2 more areas we can get, so keep that in mind. I will see you guys at both of said areas. Now, down here on Taranbo's shores, we're actually going to dig up this spot right here next to this log. And now we found ourselves a secret seashell again. Now, there's one more spot where we can find something, so I'll see you there. Actually, hold on. Before I do that, let's go ahead and pick up these rocks, throw them out of the way. There's this chest we have not yet gotten. Alright, purple rupee. I didn't even notice this chest before, but now we have it, so keep that in mind. Anyway, I'll see you guys at the next spot. Now, you're going to want to go up north from Dante's shack, and up here we'll find a cave that we can access by moving these rocks. Go inside the cave, and eventually we'll find a piece of heart that we can go ahead and grab. So, I believe the correct method of grabbing it is we're going to want to go across here, get rid of that guy, get rid of the crystal, push this rock out of the way, go into this just as like extra measure. And we're going to want to push this out of the way, push this down, Go ahead and push this down there. Move that. And now we have access to the piece of heart. Bada bing, bada boom. Look at that. Got ourselves yet another piece of heart. Ah, shoot. Alright, anyway, go back down the stairwell. There are other things we can get in this area. And we will do so with haste. Because we are running short. Of course, there's a lot of cuts, so it won't be as short. Now, this piece of heart here is not something we can get at the present moment, but keep in mind that it will be available eventually. Now, this entire cave is currently blocked off to us. There's not much we can do right here. So, don't bother with the rest of the cave, basically. However, there is a chest that we can get right here, which will grant us another 50 rupees. Look at that. Alright, now I will finally see you back at the Seashell hut. So now back in the Seashell Mansion, now that we have 18 shells, we can actually go ahead and get the next prize. So let's go ahead and collect that just real quick. Let's go ahead and see what it is. It is the Seashell Sensor. This item basically informs us whenever a shell is nearby. It's not an item we need to equip, it just goes off automatically. It can, however, be turned off, much like the Sheikah Slate sensor in Breath of the Wild, so keep that in mind. Now then, in the next episode of Link's Awakening, we will be going ahead and returning the golden leaves to Richard, and setting off to access the next dungeon in the game. I will see you guys then. Goodbye.